Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Mr. Crunchberry, and thank you for watching this video. Alright guys, so I'm on the final days of the move. I'm still going through and finding a bunch of stuff that I didn't know that I still had or whatever, including this hat when I cosplayed as Luffy back in 2007 for an anime convention. And I know that it's pretty ridiculous that 2 videos ago I told you that, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be doing the nerd newses anymore or whatever, but just recently, a whole lot of news has come up with the next-gen consoles, and I was like, yeah, you know, I should probably talk about this. So when it comes to the next-gen gaming, I can't keep wearing that. So when it comes to the next-gen gaming, basically, in my opinion, from what I've seen, you got basically 5 choices. You got the Wii U, you got the PS4, the Xbox 720 or Durango or whatever it's going to be called, a high-powered PC for PC gaming or whatever, or the mysterious Steambox engine that's being made by Valve. And especially after the press conference that the PS4 people just recently did with their conference and everything like that, yeah, there's a couple of things that are pissing me off a little bit about that. First off, did you notice that through the conference, they really spent a lot of time talking about how you're going to be able to do dual screen gaming with the Vita or whatever, aka, if you haven't bought a Vita yet, you better soon, because over half of the games that we have or whatever, you're gonna need it. And that's really great for Sony to come up with an original idea, to actually come up with an idea for a certain style of gaming and everything like that, that hasn't been done ever before, or to be more specific, hasn't been done for a console that was released just a couple of months ago and its whole gaming process is connected to dual screen gaming. Way to go, PlayStation. Way to rip off. That's what you're good at. But then also through the conference, did you notice how they were talking about how they're wanting to make gaming turn into something where it's like, if you want the game, you can instantly get the game or whatever. You don't have to wait anymore. You can just instantly get the game or whatever. Kind of hinting towards the rumor going around that the PlayStation 4... There's a rumor circulating around that the PlayStation 4 is going to be like online only gaming, and also that there isn't going to be any hard copies, and that they're going after the used game market or whatever. It's kind of sounding like what the Xbox Live has with its arcade, the Xbox Live Arcade or whatever, where it's like you buy a title and then you keep it or whatever. It's sounding like PlayStation is wanting to do that with everything. Not cool. And is it just me, or am I the only one who is getting really, really sick of a lot of these video game companies whenever they're coming out with a press conference or a system update or anything else along those lines when it comes to its consoles? They make this big, huge announcement, like, for some reason, the social media aspect of whatever their console is suddenly a huge thing. Newsflash, guys. It's not. Don't get me wrong, I like online gaming. I love going online and beating the crap out of people in Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. By the way, my Blanca will pwn any Ryu that you can dish out at me. But the point that I'm trying to make, though, is that if I wanted to put my Facebook into my Xbox 360 or whatever, you know what I would be playing right now? I would be playing Farmville, or I would be playing that stupid Angry Birds version that's on the Xbox 360. That's a ripoff, by the way. Now, the graphics that they did show for the PS4 did look really good, but the thing was is that they didn't say when the release date was going to be, they didn't say how much it was going to cost, and they didn't give a straight answer as to, are you going to be getting rid of the used game market? Because to be honest with you, I'm one who does this too, but there's a lot of really good games out there. Some of them I will not buy until the price drops. I don't know, to be honest with you, I've never really been that big of a fan of the PlayStation to begin with, so I'm probably going to skip out on the PS4. Next one up is the Xbox 720 or the Durango. Now, admittedly, a lot of information has not been given out about the Durango. I mean, it's very secretive. They haven't really given a whole lot away, but there is this rumor circulating around right now that the newer version of the Kinect, the Kinect 2.0, that's going to come with the Xbox 720, basically there's a rumor circulating around that you will not be able to play your Xbox 720 unless that thing is plugged in. Which, in my opinion, is a load of crap, because when it comes to the Kinect, don't get me wrong. Some of the games that are available for the Kinect are pretty fun. I had a good time with it, but a lot of the crappiest games that came out last year were from the Kinect. I unplugged my Kinect because I didn't want to use it anymore, and for another reason. When I was playing Full House Poker on Xbox Live or whatever, if I was just talking with my fiance saying, oh, well, I'm going to do this, and then he's going to do that or whatever, if the Kinect is plugged in, it picks up my voice even if I don't have the headset on. I cannot tell you how annoying it is when I'm going up against someone in Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. Seriously, send me invites. I want to fight some people. But anyway, I can't tell you how annoying it is when I'm about to go up against someone and the announcer is all like, which one will prove their strength to the world? And as it's happening, it's like, which one will prove their strength to the world? It's like, I heard you the first time. I don't need an echo effect. But I'm not going to lie as well. The Xbox recently has, I don't know, it's just kind of been, for lack of a better word, it's kind of been sucking right now because, I mean, there were some good games that came out or whatever, but compared to some of the games that are coming out for the PS3 right now, such as Journey and that one Japanese RPG game that was produced by Studio Ghibli, holy crap, that looks like an amazing game. And the Xbox doesn't have it. Why doesn't it have it? So, Microsoft, just for that, the fact that you're going to shove the Kinect down our throats yet again, and also there's the same rumors floating around with you that there's not going to be any discs, and there's going to be anti-used game mumbo-jumbo that goes around with it or whatever. I'm not buying you off at the start, and you better do something pretty darn convincing in order for me to buy your console. But this whole mentality from Microsoft is really, really starting to annoy me. It's the same thing at times, not wanting to go on a political rant or anything like that, but it's the same thing every now and again when it comes to the government. Okay, so PlayStation, no. Microsoft is the same as the government in the way it's like, we know what's best, we know what you want, we know what's the good thing to do or whatever, and you are gonna do it, whether you like it or not. Don't tell me what I like or what I don't like, you have no idea. So, Halo, Master Chief, sorry guys, I mean, again, Microsoft's gonna have to do some convincing in order for me to jump onto the bandwagon with this thing, especially with whatever price it is. Now let's talk about the PC gaming. Now, admittedly, I do not know that much about PC gaming. I know that a lot of people who are into PC gaming, like, very firmly believe that it is way better than consoles, and it's way better than all the other stuff like that, mostly because of Steam that's on there. Steam is really cool, and I'm not gonna lie, there are some games on Steam that I really want to play. Raiden? Okay, I don't know if it's on Steam, but Raiden, that mech game or whatever, I've been wanting to play that game ever since it was first announced. That looks like such an awesome game, especially with it having a feel very similar to Steel Battalion with the controller that comes with it and everything like that. That looks amazing. There's only one problem that I have when it comes to PC gaming. Pretty much computers that take over $1,000 just to play the games. And I know that that's not the case for all of the games or whatever. I know that there's like some where you could just have a regular PC and then you can play it just fine or whatever. But if you're wanting the really high-end quality, oh my gosh, these graphics look so incredibly awesome, things along those lines or whatever, you're going to need to get the high-end computers, and that's when you're looking at about $1,000. Pass. And now let's talk about this one, which is, this console is something that's out of the blue. Not a whole lot of people know about it yet, but it definitely is coming. The Steam Box, created by Valve. Not a whole lot has been revealed about the Steam Box just yet. It's mostly just rumors circulating or whatever, but from what I can understand, it's pretty much this. It's a console version of Steam. And a console version of Steam means that you will have access to all of those awesome free play games, such as Team Fortress 2, Hawken, if it's there, and not to mention all of the other third-party games that go with the PCs already, such as, I'm drawing a blank, but you know what I mean. There's a bunch of third-party games that go to like all three consoles and then also go over to the PC gaming because that's gaining a lot of traction right now. And this is something that both PlayStation and Microsoft is going to have to realize. But if the Steam Box is released and it's as awesome as people are saying and it gets full third-party support, the only thing that's going to keep the Microsoft and the PlayStation consoles keeping people wanting to play the games or whatever is the exclusive franchises. Because let's face it, if you have a Steam box but you don't have a PS4 and the next Call of Duty comes out or whatever and it's for Steam box or the PS4 or whatever, you're gonna buy it with the Steam box because you have the Steam box. The point I'm making is this: if the Steam box comes out, which it's rumored that the Steam box is only gonna be about like 100 to 150 bucks or whatever, way less than some of the modern consoles, but if that comes out and gets full third-party support or whatever, both Microsoft and Sony could be screwed. But then you have Nintendo and the Wii U. Now think about what I just said think about what I just said about the Steam box and what would keep people buying the Sony or the Microsoft consoles. If the Steam box gets full third-party support or whatever, then the only reason why people are going to buy other consoles is for the exclusive titles. Microsoft, yeah, they got Master Chief or whatever, but that's all that they got. That really is all that they got. They also got some of the games that are available in like the Xbox Live Arcade and the indie market, but you better believe that when the Steam box comes out, those indie developers are going to be going to the Steam box and working with Steam and Gabe and all those other people full-heartedly. I mean, the Steam box and Valve and Steam is very indie game friendly. And I know that Sony has a couple of exclusive titles that keep people coming back to their consoles, such as, I know they have Metal Gear Solid, I know they have God of War, they have Uncharted, and a couple of those games or whatever, which, don't get me wrong, those games are good, and they look really good and everything like that. Me, in my case, though, not good enough for me to stay. I don't know. There's always just been something about Sony that's always irked me. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was the whole fallout between them and Nintendo back in the 90s. Or maybe it's the fact that the reason why I stick around with the Xbox Live Arcade and Xbox Live is because I don't want some 12-year-old hacking my credit account and my credit card number every, like, 3 or 4 months or whatever. And all you PlayStation fans, don't act like that doesn't happen, because it does. We see it on the news. But then you have Nintendo. You have Nintendo with its exclusive franchises, which have been around since the dark ages of gaming, before the after the video game crash of 1983 with Atari and everything like that. Let's just think of some of the exclusive titles that Nintendo has. You got Mario. You got Zelda. You got Metroid. You've got Pokemon. You've got Fire Emblem. You got all of these other awesome, you got F-Zero, you got Star Fox, which, by the way, Nintendo, bring them on to this next console. I do not understand why F-Zero and Star Fox didn't get a release for your Wii, but come on, just do it. Also, don't forget about Kirby, and oddly enough, I guess you could consider Bayonetta Wii U exclusive too, because Bayonetta 2 isn't coming on anywhere else. And that's why I think Nintendo is going to shine when it comes to when the rest of the other consoles come together. Yeah, the very hardcore people are going to probably be on the PC engines, and the graphics are going to look amazing and everything like that. The Xbox and the PlayStation devotees that can't see when crap is being flung their way or whatever are going to be hopelessly devoted to those things or whatever. But then there's going to be people like me who actually can see past all the crap and everything like that, and it's like, okay, so let me get this straight. If I get the Steam box, the only thing that I'm going to be missing out on is the PS3 and the Xbox exclusives. Or not PS3, Sony and Microsoft exclusives, which admittedly, there's not really a whole lot there to keep me there. And not to mention, most of the games that are going to be released for the PC are probably going to end up on the Steam box anyway, since Valve is the one who makes it. So, in my opinion, this is what I think, and this is what I'm going to buy later on down the road when everything does get released. I plan on getting a Wii U. I'm sorry, I've been a Nintendo fanboy. I've always loved their franchises. I've never been able to pass up a Zelda game. And here's the thing as well. If the Wii has taught us anything, and I know that there's a lot of hate that comes along with the Wii, but if the Wii has taught us anything, it's this. Nintendo might not always have the best graphics, but their console and their games, you're probably going to have more fun on that stuff than anything on the PS3. Admit it. Wii Sports is more fun than PlayStation All-Stars. You know it. So later on down the road, when it comes to all the consoles coming out, these are the two that I'm going to buy. I'm going to buy the Wii U for the exclusives and everything else that comes along with it. And it looks like they finally got the Wi-Fi thing down too. And the Steam Box. Because, you know, I got to take a look at the graphics for the Wii U or whatever. I'm not expecting that much better graphics when it comes to that kind of stuff, but everything else that doesn't come out on the Wii U because they don't want to deal with the touchpad controller, it's going to come out on the Steam Box. So there you go. Well, there you go, guys. Just wanted to talk about all the new console hype mumbo jumbo that's going on right now or whatever. Today is the day of the big move, and I am probably not going to release another video unless it's one of the Let's Plays till I am completely moved in over at the new place. So I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. All right.